Okay, changing your mirror on Fiat Doblo. The old one's broken. It's held on with three T40 Torx screws. I've got the new one on there. I should have started from the beginning, but anyway. That has to come off first. You just pry that off. It's got three clips, and then you've got a wire for the speaker that comes off. Then you need to take the door card off, and to do that you've got two little plastic clips or covers that live down in here, so you get those out. And then you've got two more T40 Torx which bolt into here. That comes off. You've got a cable that needs to be unplugged for the door window switches, and the door pull cable. That piece slides out of there, and then you unclip the cable from that little bit there. That comes off, and then that's held on with these clips, which look a bit like that. And most of them are broken. You want something like this to get in there and pry them off. But if you're doing it, you're probably going to want a kit with some replacements, because I've never done these and not broken one. So that gets that off. And you've got one more bolt goes through there. It's only T40. Then you've got that plug lives in there, so you've got to unclip that. And then you've got your three T40s holding the mirror on. That can come off. New one on. And then the reassembly is kind of the reverse. But I'll get on with this, and if I see anything more interesting, I shall film it. Okay, that's the nearest I've got in the set, but that gap there, where it sort of slips onto the panel, is a bit too narrow when you compare it to the factory ones, but you can squeeze them in there. If you've got one that's only half broken, you might be able to put it in there the other way around and get it to work. And that section, the barb section, is a bit too wide, so I'll probably just give them all a bit of a pinch with some pliers, just to push those two bits in. So we've got put all the new ones on the bottom. I might put a dab of grease on there just to make them slide in a bit easier. Well, we've got to get all the old ones out as well. They're broken off. So if you're doing this, you probably want to get a few of those, unless you have better luck than I do. But, it's not that cold, and it's only a 3-year-old van, so if you're working on something older, I expect the plastic will be even more brittle. Well, that was one of the new ones that they break for fun, these things. Okay, that clips in these little there's four bits along the top. That clips into that rail, and then once you've got that clipped in the top, then you can start popping all the clips in from the top down. Okay, that top bit there, you've really got to squeeze it to get the piece in the groove. can see now they're all more or less lined up. Okay, got the door cable clip back in there, and then that piece goes in there. And you probably want to check that it works before you all put it all back together. And then you've got that plug goes into your door switches, window switches, into that blue bit, and then the two screws go in there, and that just clips back in. And then you've got these two little caps that cover the screws. That piece, you need to get that end in first. You have to hook that end in under. It's got a clip here, and then that end that'll push in. They look like they had some thread lock on them originally, that green, but we're not going to bother with that. It's the worst that can happen. It's going in a bit skewy. They had the little cutouts near the window. I don't know if it matters. Right, that cable was twisted around the other one. I think it's to stop them vibrating too much. So that needs plugging that socket into there. Although before we do that, there was a bit of foam tape sealing that up, so I'll put that back in case we get any sort of wind noise or anything coming through there. I don't know. It had a piece on there from the factory, so we'll put it back. Just like a little bit of tape over there. Okay, it's all back together. That's a new mirror on there, we can adjust that about. So buttons work. We've checked that. I might put some, I've got some silicone spray. I might put them around the door, around the window runners. It's a bit tight. It's always been a bit sticky since I bought this. But that's it really. All you need, T40 Torx bit, pry bar. Put some tape on there to save damaging the paintwork. And I had a plastic one as well, which you can get in there to start it off and not damage the paint. Have a little pick, which we use for getting those out. That's about it really. Some spare clips, maybe a bit of this foam tape. Where's the old bit? Oh dear. That's what we had in there before. Right, that's it, job done.